how to install LLM models or chat GPT kind of models in your system for free. So you can be a Windows user, you can be a Linux user, or even you can be a Mac user. You can install this large language models for free and you can start using it. And not only that, so now we all are aware of Llama 3.1, which is at 8 billion parameters, 70 billion parameters, and mind-blowing 405 billion parameters. You can use all these three models for free in your system. So that's what we will be discussing today. So I'm calling this as Ollama. So by installing Ollama into your system, you can start using all this for the free. So I will be demonstrating, I'll be taking a small tutorial how to use it. And by the way, I'm Kant and I will be taking up this entire stuff, how to do this Ollama stuff, how to install it on your system. And I will be giving you a comparison between Ollama and between your Amazon Bedrock. I haven't opened it, sorry for that. So I will be using Amazon Bedrock. So which is a paid. So people who are mostly, if there are any working professionals who want to use LLM models in your company, yes, I think you need to go with a Bedrock, or you can go with Azure, or even you can go with your Gemini models. So we will be working on all these areas. So now what is this LangChains? Another one we have. So now you can take any of these models, like LLM models especially, and you can use a framework called as LangChains, and you are able to customize this LLM models first. So without wasting our time, so first we can start with our Ollama. How to install Ollama? It's very simple. So now you just need to go into your account, ollama.com, or for example, if I'm going in an incognito mode, for example, you can just type Ollama so that you are able to get your Ollama. You can download your Ollama. So here you can see download Ollama. If you click on it, you're able to get the options. So you don't need to create even an account. You can just say you are a Mac user, or you are a Linux user, or you are a Windows user. I'm a Windows user, for example, download for Windows users. So by clicking on that, so it is directly popping me so where I need to install this. So I'm able to get this installation setup. So it's already installed. So in my system, if I go here, if I scroll to this downloads, and here you can see Ollama setup.exe. So once it installed, just click on it. It's going to be installed in your system. It's a very simple process. It's even easier than installing Excel or anything in your system. So once you have done this procedure, so let's say you installed it. So after installing it, you need to go to your command prompt. So now if you are a Windows user, you can just directly click on your Windows icon. You can simply search for command prompt. So this is your command prompt. I'm just clicking on command prompt. You have your command prompt here. So let me just minimize it and let me push it to this side. Here I placed it so that you can view. Yeah, so here let me place my command prompt. Right. So here you just need to type Ollama run. For example, here there are various models within your Ollama. If I go to your libraries, like you have Llama 3.1, already Llama 3.1, these are the varieties. So within your Ollama website, you are able to see you have Llama 3.1, 8 billion, 70 billion, 405 billion parameters. I already installed. So now there are different sizes. If you just click on, so this Ollama 3.1, there are different sizes. If you are going with your 8 billion parameter, so if you are trying to install it on your system, it is consuming 4.7 GB of your space in your system. For example, you are trying to go with 70 billion parameter. So for a 70 billion parameter model, so this is your 70 billion parameter model, it is consuming somewhere around 40 GB of your memory or your space from your system. And if you are trying to go with your 405 billion, so this is your 405 billion. So now the 405 billion version of your Llama 3 model, it is consuming Llama 3.1, it is consuming 231 GB of your memory. It is trying to consume it here. Now I just want to use these models. I already installed Llama 3.1 in my system. So now I'm unable to install that 405. So I cannot, I'm unable to go back and waste that 231 GB. So this is just for a demonstration sake. I want to install it. So I just installed 8 billion. So if you are a very new person, just you need to have a Python installed in your system. So now even for whatever I'm demonstrating for this, you don't need to even have a Python, just you need to have a command prompt. So you need to say, oh Llama run. So Llama 3.1 colon 8 billion parameter and just say run. So now it is loading here. So now it's already there. In case if this Llama 3.1 8 billion is not there, it's going to start installing this particular model. So automatically it's going to pull it. Pulling means, so now this Llama 3.1 8 billion is hosted or it is mounted on your Ollama server, or it is there at that Ollama. Now you download it and you want to use it. So it going to install this Llama 3.1 on your system. Now here I can give a message. For example, we all use ChatGPT for writing down coding. So now you can do it. Even you can directly go back to your Meta AI and you can start using your Llama models, which is open source. So, or if you want to use it locally in your system, you can type a message. For example, I'm saying write down a code. So using scikit-learn to build ML classification, and just let me run. So let's see whether it is able to do it or not. Yes, it is giving me the answer, classification model. So using scikit-learn, it's been a bit slow. Okay. So while it is doing, so now instead of wasting our time, so while it is loading, as it is generating the code, now we can go back. I can use Ollama with a framework. So now we collected Llama 3.1 model from your, from your Ollama. You installed it on your system. So what is the purpose of Ollama? If you want to use any of this LLM models, what are the various LLM models you have inside your Ollama is this one. If you go back to your Ollama, if you click on models, and if you just see, these are all the various models you have. Llama 3.1, you can use it for free. So you just need to type. So either you can use a pull command. So you can just type, I will be showcasing a command as well in Jupyter. You can use command and you can say pull and you can start using these models, or you can simply say Ollama run Llama 2. So by doing that, you're able to install it first if it is not there, and you can start accessing those models. So now Google Llama 2 is in two sizes, 9 billion and 27 billion. Again, if I just scroll down, you have Mistral Nemo, you have Mistral Large. So there are different types of models you have it. You can start using the Ollama models on your system locally with the help of Ollama. You can do it. No, I want to use the free open source models. Another way of using open source models is we can go to Hugging Face. So this is your Hugging Face. And where within your Hugging Face also you have various. If you go back to your models, so again, if you go back to your models, you can see various models. Meta Llama 3.18 billion. So Mistral AI models. So Meta Llama 3. So these are not, you are not using them locally. You are trying to use it in your Jupyter notebook. Means you need to have a Python installed in your system. You need to run these commands in your Python. So that is also very straightforward. You are installing transformer library and you are giving that model ID and you are start doing that particular operations. It's transformer is also another way. Means you are going to Hugging Face, a free platform where you can take it and you can use it. Then Kant, what is this LangChains? You have another one called as LangChains here. So now what is this LangChains? Within LangChains, you have various elements. So you have LangChain, LangSmith, LangGraph, you have it. So in simple, LangChains is a framework to customize your LLM model. So you can take your large language models from Amazon, or you can take your large language models from your OpenAI. You can take your large language models from Google's Gemini, or you can take your large language models from Ollama, and you can start customizing them based on your requirement, and you are able to perform the action. So like we call it as, we can do prompt engineering, we can do zero-shot learning or few shots of learning, any of this, we can do it. We can implement even RAG architectures with the help of our LangChains. So let me just demonstrate one piece of code so that you're gonna get an idea. So this is my Jupyter notebook, or we can say I have Python installed. I'm using an IDE called Jupyter, and I'm going into my, I'm opening a new notebook here, and I want to use Ollama. So before even I'm using Ollama, let me just check whether it is giving me the answer. Yeah. So now Ollama gave me the code here. So where it said, hey, you need to import libraries. So these are the dependencies, and even it gave me the version. And this is the piece of code which you need to use in order to get this. So it gave me, it is still writing. So split data into training set and tested. It is a bit slow. So maybe like because of my internet or whatever it is, I don't know, but it's a bit slow. Let's try to test it using our Jupyter as well. Let me just either Let me close this and let me restart it one more time. Command prompt, I can just take it. So let me run Llama, run Llama 3.1 colon 8 billion. I'm just writing what is generative AI, for example. Let's go with very simple answer. So it's been a bit slow. Maybe I don't know. A lot of people are using or something like that. So now, right now, it's been a bit slow stuff. Now let's try to do that in our Jupyter notebook, how exactly it look like. So in order to use Llama in your Jupyter, not in your command prompt, you need to install first one library, which is install Llama. So why you need to install this particular Llama library is if you want to install any model, instead of writing a command related to your lang chains, or instead of going to a command prompt and pulling it, you can just do it here. So I just installed, already I have this version. So I'm importing Llama. I'm just typing import Llama so that it is able to do that. And once we imported the Llama, now I want to use Llama dot. If you hit tab, you're able to see various facilities which we have it within Llama command. So I need to pull a model. So the purpose of pulling a model is I want to save the particular model. For example, I just want to install something like Llama 3.1. For example, I'm saying 8 billion parameter. So it's already set, it's success, means like Llama 3.1, 8 billion is there. For example, I don't want 8 billion, I want 70 billion. So again, it's going to take a lot of time. So it'll stop that. So I'm just going to the next step. So now you can install it. If you want change 8 billion, keep it 70B, that's it. So that you start installing here with the command of Llama.pull. Now I want to customize the way Llama is working. But there is one drawback with Llama here. What is the drawback is, now when you're using Llama, so from your in your command prompt, it's going to be a bit quick. Even here, right now it is a bit slow. I don't know why exactly is that. It's a bit slow. Slowly it is generating. Now the same Llama, if I'm trying to use it in my command prompt, it is taking an even very long amount of time. Let me just show you. Now in order to do that, I'm using LangChains based library, so which I'm calling it as import langchain.core, so dot prompts import chat prompt template. So we are using prompt template. I want to customize the way the LLM model or the Llama is giving me the answer. Then saying Llama 3.1 is giving me the answer. For that reason, I'm calling chat prompt template. And then I want to, so it is not from, it need to be, sorry. It need to be from. And this also from, so langchain underscore Llama. So Llama, you need to install this library. Another dependency library which you need to install is pip install langchain underscore Llama. This library also you need to install it. So that is also a dependency. So dot, hit a tab. So you're able to see, now I want to import your LLM models. So now that's the reason I'm just calling Llama underscore, means langchain underscore Llama dot LLMs. So import Llama LLM. For example, this is the model which I want to load it. So now langchain.core. So this is langchain underscore core. Yep, I am able to import it. Now I want to define a prompt template. I'm just typing template is equal to. So now we call this as a doc string. If you are going with means like multi-line means like string, you can go with your doc string question. So the user is giving a question. So now then based on that, we need to give an answer. So answer is provided by your LLM model. So I'm saying like, thanks for asking. So I'm just giving an example. So please respond in one line and end with thanks for asking cut, for example. So that's the kind of stuff which I need to give it, the template. So I created the template. Now I'm just passing that prompt is equal to, we need to use chat, or let me just simply copy this chat prompt template. I'm just copying this and I'm placing chat prompt template. Inside that dot, you'll be having another one from from your template, yes. So now I need to pass template here. And now I want to call my model. So which is model equal to Llama. So which is Llama. I just want to call Llama. And the model which I'm using is Llama 3.1 colon 8 billion is the model which I need to use it. Now I just need to use chain. So this is all like lang chain stuff. So now this is all lang chains. I'm customizing the way this Llama is behaving. I'm passing prompt which we created. So we already created a prompt. This contains the template, how the means like the response need to be one line, and even it need to end with thanks for asking Kant. So this whatever the code I have collected, this is officially there inside your LangChain Llama documentation. So this is the same example. Now I'm trying to call model, and already I'm calling this as chain. Now I can simply say chain in order to get the response. So now if any time you want to know what are the various commands we have inside this chain, hit tab after typing dot, so that you can see these are all the various commands we can access. So now currently I'm using chain dot invoke. So you don't have an option. Normally we used to have chain dot run, so chain dot predict. So here we got chain dot invoke. So we need to use chain dot invoke, and where I need to feed the question, and where I'm just asking what is generative AI. For example, if you want, you can give an answer. So normally the regular Llama, whichever it is running in your command prompt, may be a bit quick. So now this chain.invoke, this Llama takes some time. So at least it waits like 2 to 3 minutes of time it's going to take it. The same model, the same means like this, instead of using Llama, if I want to take ChatGPT or take any of these models, they're going to be a bit quick than this. For example, to test it, now I'll be showcasing one simple LangChains one. Now, in order to use LangChains with OpenAI, you need to have an OpenAI key. That is a paid one. So now another way, you can use Hugging Face. That is another way. Or you can use various free LLM models and you can start using them. But if the companies are trying to use this open source LLM models, there is such questions. What are they? So they're going to feel, hey, they're going to be a data breach. We are using all our company data. They're going to screw all our company data. They may train our LLM models. They're going to have all these questions. So in order to reduce that questions, so like we got the answer here. If you see, let's see whether we got it. Still it is loading. We haven't received the answer. Now, if you go back to the big companies, they want that security. So now, for example, I want to use a LLM model, a chatbot, customized to my band. Then what I can do, I can rely on a Bedrock, Amazon Bedrock. So this is Amazon Bedrock. If I go to Amazon Bedrock, I already have an AWS account. So let me sign in. Normally, if you don't have an account, you can create an account, but credit card so is needed. I'm just logging into Amazon Bedrock. And here, if you click on Amazon Bedrock, so like this is Amazon Bedrock, I'm just clicking on Get Started. So these are various models which are available. So in order to get a model access, you just need to request for a model access here. You're able to see base models. So under this base models, you are able to see various models which are available. So these are all the various models. You got Claude models. So, but before using all the models, you need to request for an access. If you click on model access, you can see all the models from AI21 Labs. So you can request for an access. Now, currently, I don't have an access. I can just, I can go here, modify model access. If I click on it, you are able to get a check mark. I can select it. I can scroll to the down and I can just save for next so that I start getting the access. Now, these are all the models which are available. You got Claude 3.5 Sonnet, you got Claude 3 Sonnet. So you got Cohere models, you got Meta, Llama 3, 8 billion, 370 billion, you have it. So now you got Mistral models, you got Stability AI models in this way. So Amazon Bedrock is a service where it's going to collect all the different models and you can start using any of these models and you can deploy the models within your Amazon SageMaker, or you can use EC2 instances so that people can start consuming your model, or we can start serving our models. We can customize them with the help of LangChains. Now, still the means like still we are getting the output, but the same stuff. If I have a lang chains. I got lang chains here. Let me just show you. This is my lang chains. If I want to use any of this LLM models, it's very easy. So now this is here. I have an OpenAI key. I just need to import langchain based command. So I imported langchain based command. I need to call OpenAI key. So now here I need to use an active OpenAI key, which is working. So now I'm using a paid version. I have some dollars in my account so that I'm able to start taking this API key and I can feed that. So I'm just changing this with my one, and I'm using ChatGPT 4.0, means the newer version, and the temperature value I gave it as 0. So now 0 is creativity levels. If your LLM need to use less creativity, you need to set your temperature as 0. If it need to use lots of creativity, you need to set your temperature value to the higher. Means there is an activity where for a question it need to give a right answer. It should not use its creativity levels. Then you can use your temperature value as 0. If it need to perform drawing activity, or it need to write down YouTube headlines, or it need to write down Instagram titles and all that, then your temperature value can be more. Now I'm just calling this particular model. The model is there. I'm just asking, for example, chat.predict. I'm just saying, hey, what is this 1, 2, 3, 4 by this? So it is able to give me the answer. The result of dividing 123, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 34 is this. Or I'm just asking, hey, can you just tell me what is generative AI, for example? So now it is able to give me an answer. So now when I asked what is generative AI, it is just taking few minutes. So it is able to give me an answer. Generative AI refers to a category of artificial intelligence. It is able to give me this kind of response. Now here, OpenAI is a paid version which you are trying to do it. No, I don't want to use OpenAI paid version. I want to use a free version. Then you can use Gemini models. This is Gemini model. So what I'm doing for a Gemini model, just you need to have a Gemini API key. It is a free version. And you can look at various models which are available. You can just start calling the model and you can start generating a text. So if you have a Python, you can create a free API key. So now Gemini is also very quick. Now see this. I'm just doing Shift Enter. So I'm just importing some libraries. Dependent. These are libraries meant to customize your output. That's it. There is nothing to deal with your. I'm calling Gemini API key, and I'm just trying to get list of Gemini models which are available. These are list of Gemini models. I'm just using Gemini 1.5 Pro latest. So you're just calling that, and then you're asking, give me 6-pack diet, and I'm storing that response. I'm storing that response into a variable called response, and I'm trying to print that text. Let's see, it's generated. Now let's get it. So I cannot give you a specific diet plan. I'm an AI, not registered dietitian or a personal, but still, it's a primary about body fat it is able to give. So this is not pretty much readable. So to make it readable, I'm just converting it into a markdown. So you are able to get this kind of readable approach. So now we showed 3 things. One, you need to have, if you are, you don't have an free, you want everything for free. For example, you can use your Llama. So now you got an answer right now. So like while we demonstrated OpenAI, while we demonstrated free Gemini, you got the answer. So if you notice it, generative AI refers to all this. And in the last, it said, thanks for asking Khan. So if I want to customize the way we are getting the output, we can use my prompt template with the help of LangChain framework. And I'm using model from Llama, which is a free model, but it takes a bit of time. And let's see how exactly this answer is. So it gave me an answer. So like generative AI has many applications across various industries. It gave me all this. So I'm asking like, can you give me the code for ML model? So let's see. So it is generating. So Llama is one way you can use it. So if you want to have an LLM model in your system, go with Llama. If you want something for your company, more secure model, go with Amazon Bedrock or Google Cloud Platform, or you can use Azure OpenAI services. Any of these 3 you can refer to if you are planning about a security and your company. And if you are an AI learner, you are planning to use the free models for testing various LangChains or to build RAG architecture or to build anything, you can use Gemini models, you can use your Llama models, or you can use any of your Google's models. You can start using them, or even you can use Hugging Face and you can start performing it. So now if you are new with generative AI. So you can start with Llama. Just have two things. One, you need to have your Python. Another one, you need to have the API keys of Gemini or API key of your means like your maybe like your Llama 3. Any of this, you can start calling them and you can start using it. I hope you got a clear idea. So now start using your Llama, or you can start trying your Amazon. What is that? Amazon Bedrock. If you have a credit card, you can test it. In case no, but in order to test Amazon Bedrock, you need to do three-step approach. You need to have a CLI. First, you want to configure your Python with your AWS account. So you want to create a connection between your AWS and your Python. So once you have done, you can start using your Bedrock models in your Python with the LangChain. So for if people who are new to this, start using either a Gemini model or start using an Llama models that going to help you to kickstart with your AI journey. So for me, it is very slow. So test it. Even in the afternoon, it worked well. I don't know why it is slow. You can test it in your system, see how exactly it is working. I hope if you like this content, so please do like and subscribe. So like for the more content, you can share in the comments what type of content you are looking for. Thank you so much.